Premiere tutorial for audio. This includes audio mixing, synchronizing, and essential sound. The first thing you need to know about audio is this bar. It doesn't really have a name, I call it the audio bar. It changes based on if you're being really quiet or really loud. As you can see, the bar moves accordingly to the volume of the audio. The main reason for this is to avoid spiking, which is when you're loud enough that the audio just is bad. To fix this, we use what's called the audio mixer, which is another section in Premiere. When you drag the bar up, it'll make it louder, and when you drag it down, it'll make it quieter. So when it's spiking, you want to drag it down, and if it's too quiet, you want to drag it up. This is called bumping or boosting the audio. In the audio mixer, you can also change it, so if you're wearing headphones or have multiple speakers, the audio will either come out from the left. Hey, it's me, the guy from the video you're currently watching. Apparently somebody, don't know who, forgot to mention like a really important part about audio editing, so I'm gonna tell you instead. So when you're using the audio mixer, it will only affect the entire sequence. So if you want one sound or music or whatever, like background music, you want it to be quieter than the people talking, right? So you're going to want to right-click that clip in particular, and then press audio gain. That will bring up this, where if you use a positive number, it will make the volume louder, and if you use a negative one, it will quiet it. Okay, back to him. Or from the right. Another important part of audio is synchronizing. This is when a lot of times you'll have multiple cameras, and you want them to be able to switch between each other smoothly, so you need them to be at the same point. You use audio to synchronize it. I don't have multiple cameras, I'm just going to set up my phone. Okay, now we have two cameras and we need to synchronize them. So, we bring up our old friend the timeline, put our two clips in. What we're going to do is select both clips, right-click, and select synchronize. Make sure it's selected audio and press OK. It'll take a few seconds, but it will take both audio and make sure they're at the same point. So now, we can smoothly switch between both cameras. Last but not least is essential sound, which to access we have to go to the audio section of the tab bar. It will bring up a new panel, and when you select your clip, it will bring up these four choices. Now, I usually only use dialogue, so I don't feel qualified talking to you about the other three, but I highly suggest that you go and explore them yourselves. But I will explain dialogue to some extent. When you click on dialogue, one of the main things you can do is add dynamics to your voice, or to your audio. So it could sound like an old-timey radio, or like I'm in the other room. You can also add reverb so that it sounds like you're in a larger room, like an auditorium. That's the basic gist of dialogue. Again, I don't feel qualified to talk about the other three, but please do explore them yourselves because they're very useful. That's all I have to talk about. Thank you for watching, and have fun editing.